Hello, this is Cara. Today I'd like to share with you a fabric journal that I'm making. Now I belong to this wonderful women's group, and one of the projects that we're working on at the moment is to make up a fabric journal based around each of the themes that we choose as we go through the year. So far we've had two themes. One has been words on a page, and the second theme has been to do with lace. So I thought before I forgot, I thought I'd show how I started putting together the fabric pages. They will be different, each one that I do. So initially I used as my template, I guess, for the size that I was going to do for the first theme, which was words on a page. I thought, okay, well I'll do it the same size, a bit like a postcard. So I chose a 6x4, which is the 6x4 index card, and with some calico to use as my base, I then cut out a double of the calico, so that I had this type of fold, so double, so it was basically 12 by 4, except of course it's a little bit wider than the 6 you can see there. So I think I ended up cutting it out at about, if you look at it this way, if I look at what the measurement is there, about 4.5, so I've given myself about a 1/4 inch all the way around, enough for the spine. What I intended to do was I would put these together in groups of 2. So this is 2 of those pieces of fabric together, and what I'm intending to do is this will be along the spine of the book, and I will stitch in each of the completed signatures. So here we have the double spread, and I then end up putting in here some wadding, and ultimately these get sandwiched, so I have a sandwich that side and a sandwich that side. So I end up with pages like that. So let me show you the first one that I've done. This is the first of the signatures that I've done for my fabric journal. You can see I've done my signature. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and this will then get stitched here into the spine of a journal, and I have enough of these signatures to know what I'm really doing with the cover of the journal. I'll look at each page first. This particular one, as I'd explained earlier, has wadding that's in between the 2 pages. On this one I sewed on with zigzag, and you can see, I'll just zoom in there. You can see there I've zigzagged around the edge. This is a piece of fabric that was had that scene on it, and I cut that out and zigzagged it on. I've then gone ahead and embroidered the outline of the buildings. I've embroidered around some of the trees here. Over here you can see I've added some cotton tape, and I stamped the word hello, and then I've stitched onto that. I wonder if I can zoom in there. I've stitched onto that as well, so you can see the stitching around the houses. And then of course there's the button, and sewed on that to make the front cover. I've then also, because this was meant to be a postcard, this particular page and the reverse of this page were to be a postcard. So I've stitched around here as the outline, the boundary of the postcard. When you turn the page, this is actually the reverse, meant to be the reverse of my postcard. This is the back, this was to be the address section. I've actually lined this, can't really see, I don't think. I'll zoom in, but I don't think you can really see. You might be able to tell. You can see the staining and the different colour variations there, the brown. That's actually tea bags that I've glued on with napkin glue. So I've glued that on to my calico. So I've stitched on the front, on the back, then I've glued on this one here. I've glued my tea bags here, so that is basically forms one page. So you can see here, tea bags glued down. I've got my address label here. I've then sewn on and appliqued on by machine a piece of fabric with some postage themes on it. This little button stitched on later on. This is a stamp here, carte postale. The other side of the postcard, the other half of this side of the postcard, you can see I've put in like a north facing, as in a compass. I've got my little dangling envelope here to indicate it's to do with mail, because usually you send postcards when you're on a holiday. So this particular postcard, it's got little maps on it, and in the background here you can see writing, handwriting. This was actually stamped onto the tea bag, and then this was adhered and these were adhered. So that was the first postcard that I did for the words on a page theme, meaning hello from wherever I was sending my card, and on the back. On the other side, I changed to a different, even though words on the page was still the theme, I changed this side of the signature to be about school days. And what you can see here is a piece of fabric that is actually a collaged piece of fabric with school day theme on it. I've then quilt stitched around each of the sections. This here, I made a little pocket here with the fabric, and that's a little paper card. I can put a little note on later on. So that page is mainly the pocket with the stitching and highlighting the fabric more than anything. And on the back of that particular postcard, which is all to do with school days, I have stamped some lines here and here, and I have then stitched, and if I zoom in you can see that I've stem stitched on with some back stitch as well. Stem stitch on ABC, and on down the bottom there I've also back stitched on the words on a page. These little pieces are appliqued on, they're zigzag, machine zigzag stitched on, as is this little one up here. And to finish it all off, I've then zigzagged a few times around the edge of both of these to bring it all together as one page and then the second page. So that's my first signature in my fabric journal. Thanks for watching. Bye.